Good afternoon, everybody. David here at the workbench at Scale Models Midwest. Hope you're having a great Sunday afternoon. I certainly am. Getting ready to watch a little bit of the NASCAR race. Yesterday I spent a couple hours here at the workbench prepping parts for priming and getting them into the spray booth eventually for paint on the Ron Keselowski Charger. Getting back onto that particular build, and ran out of my TS6 matte black, so tomorrow I'm going to go to our local Hobby Haven and see if they've got a couple of cans of that, and I'll just pick them up. Meanwhile, yesterday morning, my daughter and I ran up to Ames and went out to the hobby shop there and picked up a few things. She picked up the Army books that she was looking for on World War II medals and World War II tanks, which is something she and I both are into. But I picked up the latest issue of Model Cars Magazine, number 214 is out there now. Let's go check it out. A couple of articles of interest. One, the MPC Streaker Vet is getting re-released apparently by Round 2 Models, and I'm looking forward to that. I built about 3 or 4 of those kits back when it was out there. I did them when it was the Streaker Vet, I believe also the Night Stalker, both the white and black kit boxes, and they're all lost to time. So I'm really looking forward to seeing that one come out. I thought it was a sharp kit. I like the rims, I like the side pipes. In and amongst the articles in here, I haven't had a chance to read all through it yet. They've got a build-up on a twosome of the Uno race cars, and a kind of like a what-if scheme. The gentleman who built these cars and wrote the article did his own decals for the Uno Chevy of the latest next-gen version from Roche Chastain. And it's a pretty cool article. Check it out. But I wanted to show you also, within the article, they have this thing called channel surfing. And 2 of the YouTubers in the community. One, Doug White from Model Car Muse. He's in there. He's an excellent builder, as you can see. Look at that Studebaker. But he also takes time to go to events and videotape other people in their builds. So definitely go check his channel out. And then right here, Mark Batson, Hobby Dude 007 himself. I mean, if he had to be immortalized, he's already been, but they've got him in the pages here of the magazine, and I'd say definitely check him out. If you're not subscribed to either one of the channels, do so. That helps grow our community. In fact, any of the ones that I have in my description, please subscribe to their channels just as you would for mine. Again, it helps to build the community, increase our reach, and with all of us sharing tips and tricks, it just makes the hobby better. So the first kit that I picked up for myself was this Lindbergh 1/25th scale 64 Dodge Superstock, as driven by Bill Golden. And I had a sister kit to this one, the Ram Chargers Superstock, and yet I never built it. Got rid of it at a garage sale about 4 years ago because it had a broken windshield right down the middle. And I could have built it, no problem, but you know, I didn't want to build it with a broken windshield. So I tried contacting Lindbergh, tried contacting the distributor to get an extra windshield. Never got a response. And Lucas C actually talked about this in one of his recent videos about trying to get some parts from Round 2 for a Vega that he bought that was missing a tree, and it took them months to respond back to him, but I believe he did get his parts. But it just kind of tells you how customer service has improved, but still has a ways to go. I'm not knocking Round 2 because I've bought kits of theirs all the time, and I also like watching the Round 2 videos where they talk about what's coming up for each month. So I'll continue buying products from them. But a couple of months for a response was a lot better than the I never got a response back from Lindbergh or from the distributor. And again, it just sat up on my shelf until I got rid of it. Guy bought it. I think he used it for a slot car, so that's fine. But this one, $18. And according to the gentleman who owns the hobby shop, he said that this kit has been on the shelf longer than he's owned the store. So this kit has a 2006 copyright, so probably been on the shelf since then. And well, it's a bargain considering that kits nowadays are 35 to 45 bucks or more. Yeah, it's a bargain. I'll build it someday, but for now, happy to just have it on my shelf. Good to see that kit back. Okay, so the next kit that I've got on the table here to show you is one that's already been built. It's a promo style 1963 Ford Galaxy 500 XL. I've taken it apart because I'm going to show you what I have in mind after watching another YouTuber, Leadhead Plastic Customs. Go check his channel out. I saw what he did. He uses a lot of NASCAR chassis, building these really low to the ground cars, and it's very reminiscent of cars that I've seen built for a guy by the name of George Poteet, who's had some of these really big low slung cars built for him over the years. And I've seen him in like Hot Rod magazine, Carcraft magazine, so it's kind of inspired by Leadhead to do the same thing. I have in my collection a couple of NASCAR kits that I'll probably never build. I figured use the parts from them to do something else, and I thought this is just it. So I took the NASCAR chassis out of that UPS Tarps to see if it would fit, and it looks like it will, with a little bit of adjustments here and there. But I figured I would do that, as well as using the tires and rims from Steve Zimmerman or Z-Man Wheels. I'll try and put this together here for a bit, just to kind of see how it would look. I'm going to set this down for a moment while I put this together. So as you saw in the thumbnail, that's what I'm kind of gunning for. And I think I'll just build this one as a slammer. If I decide to open the hood and the trunk to detail the chassis components and for an engine, I will. But otherwise, I might just leave it as it is. Put some bare metal foil on it, polish up the body some more, and use some Panaline accent color or a black wash for the recesses, and then just call it done. Just a simple, quick build. One of those things that I can put together while I'm building the Charger, because, you know, like I said before in a previous video, I'll need to have some kits that I'm building to kind of keep my sanity as I try to go really detailed with the Charger. And then, don't know what I'll do with the chassis, but it is what it is. But still, it's someone else's kit that was built. It was less than 20 bucks, and I figured, you know what, I'll snag it. But there was one more that I liked. I've seen it on the shelf for about 2-3 months, and I just had to ask, because again, I like the big cars. And when I asked the gentleman, he said one of his friends had built the kit, and yeah, they're for sale. So he gave me a price, and I said, you know what, I like it, I'll buy it. So I did. Now the reason why I like buying on occasion someone else's builds is simple. How did they build the kit? You know, did they focus on paint? Did they focus on the engine? If they had the engine detail, what all did they do? And can I replicate that? Can it improve my skills by seeing what someone else has done? And the answer is yes, for every one of those. This guy did a lacquer paint job, and it's been polished, and it looks very, very sharp. Love the detail on the 300 badging. Love the torque thrust rims. It's a sharp, big car. And again, I do like those big cars, and this is definitely going to go up on the shelf with the others. The interior's done up really well. I like it. I noticed that the interior was a little off, but you know what? It's not going to make or break it for me. It's just a sharp looking kit. The chassis, very basic, no detail on that. The engine is the cross ram, no wiring, no plumbing. So what this gentleman did was he focused on paint. And there were a lot of kits there on the shelf that this same gentleman had built where the paint was just the standout. So I get to look at this and say, okay, this guy used lacquer paint. How did he polish it? What all did he do? So I got some info on it, and you know, I like it. It's pretty sharp. It's going to be a nice little sister piece to a car that I built using a Pro Modeler kit of the 1957 Chrysler 300C. This is the one that I built probably 10-15 years back. Has the twin carb 392 Hemi, very detailed and very dusty. So I'll clean this up, get it back up on the shelf, and show it alongside this one. But I liked it, so I picked it up. There's nothing wrong with buying someone else's kit, as long as you don't try to pass it off as your own at a car show or what have you. Again, I buy them because I see something I like, and you know, maybe it'll help me improve a kit that I'm building. So that's pretty much it for today's video. Just a couple updates, model car haul, magazine, and I'm gonna go upstairs and watch a little bit of the NASCAR race, get that going, and really with that, just hope you have a great rest of the weekend and a start to your week. We'll catch you in the next video. See you then.